Alright class, it's time for a test on the three-dimensional shapes.
Oh, crud, not another test. I forgot study for it.
Here are your tests on the three-dimensional shapes. You have 18 minutes to complete your test. All you need to do is to identify the number of faces, the number of vertices, and the number of edges on each three-dimensional shape. If you're stuck on a question, you can skip it and go to the next one. If there is time, you can go back and answer the skipped question. If there is a problem, just call me, and if you're done with your test, you can just put it on my desk. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to use the restroom. In the meantime, you guys can start working on your three-dimensional shapes test. Good luck.
Well, that's just great. I can't believe I have to take the three-dimensional shapes test, and I forgot to study for it, so I don't know how to identify the number of faces, the number of vertices, and the number of edges of three-dimensional shape. What am I going to do? Oh, Mrs. A has left her answer sheet unattended. I'm going to steal it and use it to test on my three-dimensional shapes test. Alright, I got Mrs. A's answer sheet. It has all the answers to my three-dimensional shapes test. I'm going to answer all of the questions on my three-dimensional shapes test by using Mrs. A's answer sheet.
When Orangeous Manbuddy answered all the questions on her three-dimensional shapes test.
Yes! I completed my three-dimensional shapes test. Now I'm going to put it on Mrs. A's desk. Alright, I put my three-dimensional shapes test on Mrs. A's desk. Now I'm going to relax until everyone is done with their test.
Alright, now that I'm back from using the restroom, the class should be continuing on there. Hey, what gives? My answer sheet was on my desk before, and now it's gone, and it had the answers to the three-dimensional shapes test. Someone must have stolen my answer sheet and used it to cheat on the three-dimensional shapes test. Wait a minute, was it you, Orangeous Manbuddy? Were you the one who stole my answer sheet and used it to cheat on your three-dimensional shapes test?
Yes! I stole your answer sheet and used it to test on your three-dimensional shapes test. But, hey, I finished my test. Is that a good thing?
No, it is not, Orangeous Manbuddy. I can't believe you stole my answer sheet and used it to test on your three-dimensional shapes test. You know it's against the school rules. That's it. You automatically failed your three-dimensional shapes test. Give me back my answer sheet and head straight to the principal's office immediately.
So Orangeous Manbuddy, why did your teacher send you here to my office?
Well, Principal James, I got sent here to your office because I stole my teacher's Mrs. A's answer sheet and used it to cheat it on my three-dimensional shapes test.
Orangeous Manbuddy, stealing your teacher's answer sheet and using it to cheat on a test is against the school rules. Therefore, you automatically failed your three-dimensional shapes test for doing that foolish act in school. That's it. I'm gonna have to kick you out from this school for 10 days. Now leave this school building and go home straight away. Are you serious right now, Orangeous Manbuddy? We can't believe you got kicked out from school for 10 days for stealing your teacher Mrs. A's answer sheet by using it to cheat on your three-dimensional shapes test. You know that act is against the school rules.
To make things worse, you automatically failed your three-dimensional shapes test for doing that foolish act at school. Because of this, you are grounded for the rest of the month. Go to your room right now.